fellow Toastmasters and guests, a happy Saturday to one and all. Welcome to Whampoa Toastmasters 239 chapter meeting. My name is Alicia Chia, and I'm the Toastmaster of the day for this meeting. Let me introduce myself. DTM Alicia Chia loves to grow herself. She aspires to harness the growth mindset to fulfill her full potential. She was the PR chair for Annual Convention 2023 and was the Division S trainer, District 80, 2020 to 2021. SocGen TMC Mentor 2019 and Pathways Guide, District 80, 2017 to 2018. She's currently the president at Whampoa Toastmaster Club. Today's chapter meeting theme is to unlock your potential, break down barriers, build success by setting achievable goals, seeking support, embracing challenges, and cultivating self-confidence and resilience. Wow, what a long, insightful meeting theme. I'd like everyone to think about this theme as we ponder about it. And now we would like to hear from what our club president, which is DTM Alicia Chia, with her opening speech. Over to you, club president. To unlock your potential, break down barriers, build success by setting achievable goals, seeking support, embracing challenges, and cultivating self-confidence and resilience. What a very good theme. A very good afternoon to everyone, members and guests, online and on-site. How can you unlock your potential? Well, very simple. You need to set realistic goals and break them down. First, your goals need to be achievable goals. Don't set too high when reach. It must be clear, realistic, specific, measured goals. Then break these goals into smaller milestones, because this helps you build confidence and momentum and demonstrates your ability to succeed and dispel limiting beliefs. Then always visualize your success. See yourself as the successful person you're meant to be in whatever line you are. Second point is to seek support and guidance. Surround yourself with supportive people. Just like in this Toastmaster Club, we have lots of supportive people, juniors and seniors. View setbacks as learning opportunities. So every time there's failure or something bad happens, don't take it too hard, but take it as a learning experience. Mistakes are for learning. Practice self-compassion and resilience, meaning be kind to yourself. Don't keep blaming yourself if something goes wrong. Fourth, cultivate self-confidence and resilience. How do you do that? By focusing on your strengths and past successes. I'm sure everybody has strengths. Even though we have a lot of weakness, there is definitely has one or two strengths. Just focus on the strength. And cultivate a positive mindset, or rather you talk positively to yourself. Okay? And practice self-compassion and resilience. Be kind to yourself when you face difficulty. And focus on your strength. So, finally, develop good habits and discipline. And good habits will help you to practice discipline. And when people give you tips and advice, be open and focus on learning, listening. So all in all, this is a very simple method, step by step, to help you unlock your potential, break down barriers, and set achievable goals, and hence be the person you're meant to be. So back to you, Toastmaster of the day. President, for your inspiring opening speech. Let's hear from some of you about what you think about this theme. How about Zafan? What do you think about this theme?
I think it's very inspirational to like always keep going and keep learning so that we can also help others improve while improving ourselves at the same time.
Okay, very good, thank you. How about Santos? What do you think of it?
I think it helps you keep going, keep moving, and every time you fall down or break down because of challenges, you try to gather strength and get up. So falling down doesn't mean that you have completely out. If you can come back up after falling down, that would make you go further, keep moving.
Thank you, Santos. Thank you for all your good thing. Oh, yes, sure. Please add in your thoughts.
Just add on to what I shared and also the president's opening address. Toastmasters itself is a fantastic platform where members come to develop themselves, and it's a very positive environment where you can be comfortable making mistakes. So here, like what the president mentioned, we are not being judged. There are people around to like guide you, and when you fall, so we have evaluators and also members to guide you to get up again and to get better. So that's what we have done. Thank you.
Thank you. So I think everyone has shared their viewpoint, and it's just nice because this is the month of March, so we need to pick up as much tips as possible so that we can all march on towards our goals in life, wherever and whatever you're doing. Now for this meeting, we have some role holders that will make our meeting successful. And some of our role holders, we would like to introduce our role holders, one of which is our timer. Our timer. Anushka. Can you introduce yourself and share with us what your role as a timer is? Just a brief one.
Hi, I'm her doctor, and as a timer, I'm here to make sure that everyone are speaking on time. Not too less, not too long.
Excellent. So our timer is the person that keeps our meeting going. You start on time and you end on time. Excellent. The rest of our role holders, I will introduce them accordingly as the meeting progresses. Now, we are now into segment 1, which is the prepared speeches. Usually in a Toastmaster meeting, we are treated to a pie. Do you all like to eat pie?
Yes.
What kind of pie you like?
Like eating apple pie.
Apple pie, okay.
Strawberry.
Strawberry pie.
I was thinking of that.
Okay.
Yeah, but I don't think
It's a favorite. That's my favorite too.
That's the only thing I know.
Oh, okay. Next time I'll bring more pies for you to try. Okay. A pie has the crust, meat, and bottom. So this section 1 is all about the crust. And this afternoon, we are going to devour the top crust of the pie because we have 3 speakers, very interesting speakers. One speaker will be delivering his speech on the pathway education, and the other 2 speakers will be delivering their contest speeches. So we are treated to a very tantalizing crust. Now the first speaker, she will be delivering her speech for the International Speech Contest. And the speech will be from 5 minutes all the way to 7.5 minutes. When the timer goes to 5 minutes, the timer will show the green card. And when it hits 6 minutes, she will show the amber card. And finally, 7 minutes, she will show the red card, and the speaker will have 30 seconds to wrap up her speech. As I mentioned, the speaker is delivering her contest speech, and her evaluator, Toastmaster Sanjeev Balan, EC3, will evaluate her later. There's no speech project, but he will evaluate her according to the international speech criteria. So the speaker is DTM Alicia Chia, myself. She's currently the president of Whampoa Toastmaster Club, and she's very passionate about personal growth. She aspires to harness the growth mindset to fulfill her potential as a saxophone artist. Please put your hands together to welcome DTM Alicia Chia with I Am Who I Am. I am who I am. It's Alicia Chia. What is your name? Do you know who you are? For the longest time, I was not comfortable with myself because everyone was laughing at me, criticizing me, judging me, even my parents. Last Christmas, when I walked into the Christmas party, my mother shouted loudly at me, "Alicia, you're so fat now. Why are you wearing such a tight t-shirt?" All the eyes on me. How I wish the floor would open up to swallow me up. Yes, I was now overweight. Lost my confidence and zest for life. I even walked in my own shadow. I didn't know what to do. But the saxophone gave me solace. It gave me hope. Whenever I felt sad or depressed, I would turn to it and play my favorite songs, and it would lift my spirits. Music shaped my life. When I was young, I would always turn to the adults behind me and I orchestrated them to sing Christmas carols during Christmas session. Then shortly, my mother sent me for organ lessons. And after which, I picked up the saxophone when I went to secondary school. So the saxophone defined my life. But my life took a turn 2 years ago when I contracted COVID and suffered COVID for 12 whole days. During my struggles with COVID, I accidentally knocked the saxophone down and it sent the saxophone flying. It crashed and the head dropped out just like a headless chicken. At that moment, I felt something broke inside me. it looked like a helpless case, just like me. But I decided to be just like a surgeon and work through the night to fix back the intricate parts of the saxophone. Finally, I managed to fix it back and give it the blow of life. The saxophone could play again. And my life came back. Life was calm until that fateful morning when I joined my friends for a hike at the Ritchie Reservoir. Alicia, why are you so late? Can you hurry up? We're the last one. So I pretended like I was running the 100-meter race. But hiking shoes were not meant for running. So sure enough, at the 3/4 mark, I tripped and fell flat where gravity put me down. And I landed like what you see in a crime scene. Although I had no broken bones, but I was dripping with blood and suffered traumatic pain in my face, hands, and legs. All I could feel was the shooting, stabbing, tingling pain. And I thought to myself, how am I going to play the saxophone for next month's District 80 Centennial celebrations? I told myself, Alicia, you're as strong as the river that flows through the rocks. Nothing, not even this pain, can stop you from playing the saxophone. And so I shouldered on and practiced the saxophone. The performance was a resounding success in spite of the pain. I played in front of a rapturous audience and dancing audience. My parents, who were in the crowd, beamed with pride as they came forward to me to compliment me. I'm so proud of you. Well done. I was on cloud 9 that day. And it marked the beginning of my journey as a saxophone artist. Music defined me. Do not let anyone, even your parents, define you. The saxophone has helped me to be who I am. I may be fat, but I can wear tight clothes. I may be broken, but I can still play the saxophone and make a life. I may have fallen down many times, but I can always pick myself up after every single fall. My dear friends, find the peace within yourself. You are who you are. I am Alicia Chia, and say it to me, I am who I am. Back to you, Toastmaster. Thank you, Toastmaster Alicia Chia, for the interesting contest speech. Okay, now we move on to the second speaker, Toastmaster Zafan Bo. He will be delivering a speech from the Engaging Humor Pathway Level 1 Project 2. May I ask his evaluator to read the project purpose statement?
Sorry,
The purpose of this project is for the member to learn or review basic methods for writing a speech with a defined purpose and to present a well-organized speech on any topic. Thank you. Toastmaster Sumati. Toastmaster Zafan Wong's speech is also similar to the first speaker who also supposed to speak from 5 to 7 minutes. So I will not repeat the timing sequence. Toastmaster Zafan Wong is dedicated to learning, especially lifetime learning, and adding value to others.
Yeah.
He wants to learn to improve his communication, to have a wider impact on those around him. So please put your hands together for Toastmaster Zafan Wong with Get Busy Living. Get Busy Living. Toastmaster Zafan Wong.
Good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters. Recently, I attended a workshop and the speaker was saying something quite interesting. He was saying how most people die when they are 21. So I'm like, huh? What do you mean 21? I thought people Singapore live until like 70 plus. Well, I say most people, they stop studying and learning at university at 21 years old. And if you're not learning, you're stagnating and dying. So this really left an impact on me as I realized the importance of lifelong learning, which is what I'm going to share today as well. So firstly, why should we pursue lifelong learning? Well, as the speaker said, if we aren't learning, we are stagnating and dying. And I'm sure all of us don't want to be in that situation where you find yourself stagnant. And also, if you are stagnant, you tend to be in a very routine lifestyle. And I'm sure, as you all know, with routine, your life and your time flashes by in an instant. You blink, and the next thing you know, you're already in your 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, all without changing your life at all. So by learning, you also open new pathways in your brain that allow you to experience and enjoy your time more, such that your time won't pass so fast. For myself, in the past year, I have been learning a Latin dance called bachata, which is a Latin partner dance, but it has become quite routine for me, as I do the same lessons with the same people. So for this year, I decided to try something new, and I found that it has reinvigorated me with life and energy to enjoy life more. So next, we go into how should we pursue lifelong learning. So I'm sure you all know there are many different ways to learn. It can be from listening to people like today, from reading books, from scrolling social media even. For myself, one of the life hacks that I learned from my friend was, he was telling me how, while traveling, a lot of us like to listen to music. Who likes to listen to music while traveling? Yes. But when you listen to music, you aren't really adding value to yourself. You're just like enjoying the beats. So why not, instead of listening to music, you try listening to a podcast or audiobook instead. So I decided to try it out, and I find that wow, it really helps me improve my learning skill. And I spend time that I would normally spend traveling, learning instead. So besides learning, another important point is of course applying what you learn as well. Because a job of application is worth more than an ocean of knowledge. I'm sure we all have been in a situation where we continue to learn, but we don't apply anything that we learn. And the next thing you know, you forget everything that you've learned already. So applying what you learn is also very important. Now finally, I come to what exactly should we be learning? I'm sure all of us have our own goals in life. So this really depends on what you are pursuing in this season of your life. For some, it may be trying to improve your relationships, building greater connection with your loved ones and those around you. For others, maybe it's pursuing finance, increasing your career or your business, and learning skills that can upskill yourself and improve your value in the marketplace. And for your others, maybe you want to get fit this year, lose some weight and get to the best shape of your life. So what exactly you want to learn is really up to you. For myself, for this year, I'm more focused on the finance side, such as increasing my career skills and my business. So I've been learning a lot in that area. And I recommend each of us choose one or at most two areas of our life to focus on. Because if you try to catch too many birds, you end up with none. So, you end up with none, yes. So, when it comes to learning, it's very important that you set up habits for yourself as well. As habits will help you learn continuously throughout your life. An easy way to set up a habit is to set a goal for yourself. For example, you can have a tracker app and then make sure that maybe you have to read a chapter a day and you track it easily on your app. For myself, I use the tracker app to track my meditations that I'm trying to get into a habit as well right now. So setting a goal is also very important to ensure that you are able to learn continuously. So in summary, why should we pursue lifelong learning? Well, lifelong learning helps us stay alive and enjoy our life even more. And how should we do it? There are many different ways. So it depends on how you feel you learn best. What I recommend is listening to podcasts or ebooks while traveling. And finally, what should we learn? It's really dependent on yourself and your goals in this season. I hope that you're able to start learning and start building up habits to learn better. I want to leave you all with quotes. Either get busy living or get busy dying. I hope all of us choose to get busy living and learning. Thank you.
Dr. Zafan, for that inspirational and innovational speech. I feel that his speech is very in act with our, or rather in line with our theme today. Thank you for sharing all those tips. Indeed, let us get busy living and go achieve what we want to achieve, right? Now we have our third and final speaker. She will also be delivering her contest speech and her evaluator, Santos, will evaluate her according to contest criteria. The speaker, DL5 Winnie Pham, is currently our BPE Vice President of Education at Whampoa Toastmaster Club. And she is currently also our club poster girl, because she can also give a good impression. So let us put our hands together for Toastmaster Winnie Pham with the power of you are the best. The power of you are the best, Winnie Pham.
You are the best. Four simple words, but it can change life in that hope and push your limit, push yourself, push you beyond your limit, and they change you. In China, parents take great pride in their children's academic achievement. If you're doing good in school, make everyone very proud on it. But for me, school was a constant struggle. I have a dream, a good high school I want to attend. I tried very hard, but no matter how hard I tried, my grade was low. Every exam like a big mountain I couldn't climb. When I see my classmates doing good, and I would think, they are so smart. Everyone is smarter than me. Maybe I just not good enough. I started to doubt myself. I lost confidence. And another important exam, I failed again. At that day, I was sad and down. My teacher, Miss Lee, saw me in this situation and she told us, Queen, Tom. She looked at me in the eyes and told me, you are the best. Me? The best? But I just found my exam. How could she say this to me after I had failed so many times? I laughed inside, was wondering, is she talking to me? But the way she told the word stuck with me. At that night, before I go to sleep, I look in the mirror and tell myself, you are the best. The next day, I do it again. You are the best. Slowly, I do it every day in the morning. I tell myself, you are the best. You guess what? Slowly, little by little, I start to believe it. I start to believe in myself. And I started to work harder, little by little, and I have a big improvement for my grade. So every time when I face challenge, when I doubt myself, my teacher's sentence will come into my mind. You are the best. Every day in the morning, before I start to do anything, I will talk to myself and look into the mirror. You are the best. You know what? After that, I did it. I passed the exam. I go into the school, go into my dream school. At my 18, another new challenge comes. My parents make a decision which surprised me. Winnie, we are going to send you to Singapore to study. Singapore? Alone? Away from home. Away from everything I knew. I was scared. I wanted to say no. I wanted to stay in the comfort zone. But at that time, the teacher's sentence came into my mind again. You are the best. Every day in the morning, I look into the mirror and talk to myself. You are the best. And those words give me strength and help me to face my fear. I, with this word, to took the first step into the new unknown. Yes, it was difficult. I make new friends. I work very hard. And I start to have a good result in the school. Little by little, step by step, I become more confident and I start to have a good result in the new environment. With all this work, I started to enjoy the new challenge in the foreign land. So every time when I have self-doubt, when I face new challenge, I will do the same things. I will look into the mirror and tell myself, you are the best. So I think this actually gives me a lot of energy, a lot of motivation, and to make myself to believe in myself. Every time when I talk this to me, it's not only just out of the fear of failure, but it's the way I really believe I can succeed. So every time when I face challenge, I will talk to myself, you are the best. Look around you. How many of you are doubting yourself right now? How many of you thinking you are not good enough? Just like my teacher, she changed my life with this 4 simple words. You can change someone, you can have the power to change someone's life too. Because sometimes it changed the doubt into confidence. It changed the failure into success. It can also change your doubt into confidence. Okay, so let's just step out here and make the difference. Tell yourself or others today, you are the best. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Winnie Pham. Indeed, you are the best. So that ends our segment 1, which is the prepared speeches, or rather better better speaking segment. I hope everyone enjoyed segment 1. So I'd like to invite our Miss Timer, Anushka, to let us know the timings of the 3 speakers.
Felicia, it's 7 minutes and 24 seconds. For Japan, it's 5 minutes and 40 seconds. And for Winnie, it's 5 minutes and 54 seconds.
So everyone qualified?
Yes.
Excellent. I'm very happy to say everyone has qualified and they spoke within time. So we will be voting for the best speaker with this recycled innovation. We will pass around the voting, or rather we call it our voting machine, is it? Device. And you just pick one palette, one red palette, and put into either 1, 2, or 3, the speaker that you think is best. Do not vote for the prettiest speaker, nor the most handsome speaker, but rather the most prepared speech. I'm waiting for the voting devices to be sent around for you to vote. I would like to go on to the next segment, which is segment 2, the better thinking segment. We call it the table topics session. Now that you have tasted the tantalizing feeling of your apple pie or strawberry pie, we will now be entering our second segment, which is the table topics segment, where speakers get to practice their impromptu speaking skills. And the table topic master tonight, or rather this afternoon, is our table topic master, Toastmaster Sofina. Sofina, engaging humor 5, is currently our Vice President of Membership, VPM. And she's a graduate from ITE, from Interior and Exhibition Design course. She took a gap year recently, but she's now back to studying. And she's also a home baker for gatherings and parties. Her specialty is brownies and more to come. So let us put our hands together to welcome our table topic master, extraordinary Toastmaster Sofina. Please put our hands together. Friends and guests, I will be your table topics master for today. What is table topics? Table topics is all about speaking without any prior knowledge, without any prior preparation. The theme for today is in line with today's meeting. Unlock your potential, break barriers, and build success. The timing sequence will be 1 minute, the green card will be flashed, At 1 minute 30 seconds, the amber card will be flagged. And at 2 minutes, the red card will be flagged. The speaker has 2 minutes, has 30 seconds to wrap up their speech before the bell has rung. Who would like to be my first volunteer? Nathan, would you like to give the time? There are 8 topics here. What is the most important thing you have learned about building and maintaining relationships?
fellow Toastmasters. When it comes to relationships, there are many different aspects of relationships. I think one of the most important things I learned is communication. I'm learning right here as well. And one quote that really stuck with me is, people don't remember what you say, people remember how you make them feel. I feel this stuck with me because a lot of times I focus on the content of what I'm saying, but I don't really focus on the emotional aspect of it, the energy and the way you express your communication as well. After realizing this, I've come to start focusing more on the non-verbal and also on the different foundational aspects of communication. I feel that this really helps me communicate a lot more effectively and build greater connection with other people around me, as I'm sure you all feel it as well. So I would like to hope that all of us also are able to better communicate, not just in content and in words, but also in our feelings, and our connections with each other as we enjoy our table topics today. Thank you.
Read out first.
How do you approach building relationships with people in your life?
In your
Industry.
industry.
It should not be judged. If we meet anyone the first time, we have our own opinion. They may share something about from their point of view. And we should not match with our already we have some judgment about the incidents and things. We should not match their opinion with our judgment and so it's not only from our industry, my industry, for the general relationship, we have to maintain that thing. Even for the kids, we have our kids at home. We were grown up from the different social roots, from the different culture. Here we have our kids. We should not give our opinion to the kids also. So the relationship comes between the kids also and society also. So this is the main thing I am thinking. So we have so if we get any new suggestions, even from the kids, we have to adapt for that, not from others also. We have to adapt. That's the thing.
So, what the lesson you learn about leadership and management? Okay, the question here is, what's the most important lesson you learned about leadership and management? A very good afternoon to members and guests online and on-site. I have been a leader in non-profit organizations at work. And in my own life, I lead myself. Yeah, last time I was walking in my own shadow. I was walking under my sister's shadow, my friend's shadow, my father's shadow. But eventually, I had to step into my own being. And there were many lessons that I learned throughout my development. And the one lesson I discovered that resonate with me and I always remember is, in management and leadership, you need to lead by example. Even if there are people that are better than you, or you have nobody to reference to, you need to lead yourself. Show example by doing your best performance in whatever you do, so that your co-workers, your family, they can see and also learn from you. But there will be many times when you lead and you may make mistakes. Definitely, mistakes will be done. That's where you pick yourself up, and every mistake you learn. So that's where I learned the most from leadership and management. And I applied this in my own life journey, as well as work and personal life. So my dear friends, do not be afraid to step out of comfort zone. And the best thing you can do for your followers or for the staff working under you is to lead by example. Show them your courage, and they will follow in your footsteps. Back to you, table topic. The best networking advice you have ever received.
Good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters, guests, online and on-site. I came to Singapore back in 2012, looking for opportunities here. I would usually go to networking events, conferences. I find myself extremely awkward going and talking to people, introducing myself. For an introvert like me, it's a very difficult situation, going and talking to them, trying to introduce yourself and ask for any kind of opportunities, or just barely talk to them. Then I thought to myself, what is it that I'm doing wrong? What makes me so bad at networking? Why I'm not able to go there and talk to people? I find myself standing at the corner and looking at everybody just talking there in the group, and I find myself like, oh, what if I go there? I'm either breaking their conversation. But then I was talking to one of my mentors. And then she said, why do you have to, pressure yourself? And if somebody comes and talks to you, do you think they are breaking your conversation? I said, no. Then she said, oh, then if you go and if there are a group of people talking to each other and you go and ask them, they also feel the same. It's a networking of the event. Everybody wants to network, and you also there to network. And that's when I thought, okay, so this is an opportunity for network, and you go there and talk. There's no harm in just breaking into any conversation. Over to you.
After this, okay, after that, leave again.
Your definition of success, and how would you manage it?
Life is short, live it sweet. That was what my late father told me. Life is short, live it successfully. That was what I said to myself and to everyone else. So, success, what does it mean? Okay, success, it means when you smile because of me, because of what I did, and I see that happening or I hear that happening, I feel happy and I know I did something successful. So that's one of the definition for success to me. So what is success to you? Right? Success means many things for many of us. It can be as picking up something which you can't, but you try and you manage to do it and achieve that. That's also a success to that particular person. So there's many ways of achieving success for many of us. So how are we going to manage it? Very good question. And I think one of the way we can achieve success is by cultivating good habits. And one of the habit is to cultivate good relationship with people. I think that's very important. And in order to cultivate good relationship with people, one of the things you need is communication. See, let me tell you something. Hey, G, no, there was our workplace, there's new dustbin, right? It looks nicer. But you know what happened? This guy, Tom, he carried this big trash and he yeah, I know. Okay, he carried the trash and threw the dustbin. Oh, this guy, I tell you cannot make it. But gee, actually what I want to say is this guy took the trash and actually did recycling. See, ladies and gentlemen, communication is also listening, and there is a non-verbal communication. I think we need to do that, right? Thank you.
Careers in a day, what would you do and why?
You okay with the topic?
So for me, basically, my current is basically school, which can get really tiring. Waking up at 5 a.m. and coming back home, usually 3:30 p.m., sometimes 7 p.m. It is quite exhausting. If I could change my career and in school, I would probably become a cook. I mean, it's not that hard, is it? It's basically just cutting up vegetables and just cooking. You can even look at recipes on your own time as well. And also very profitable. Like cooks are have a very leisure time comparatively. And it's not as stressful as writing, and especially PE, which is very physically strenuous for I lead a sedentary lifestyle. So I would say that basically I would like to become a coach because I have a lot of time on my hands and I can always consult a recipe. As long as it tastes good, no one's gonna know what happens. So I would say that becoming a cook is much better than school. Yes, thank you.
Afternoon, fellow Toastmasters, guests, and members. So my name is Nat. I'm new to all of you. I am aware. One habit that I am trying to develop to improve my life is really systemizing success. And the reason for that is because I think we all know there are things that could be better, we could better do, and the areas in which we need to improve. But if we just leave it to chance, when the chance comes up and I do it, then you are really doing yourself a disservice because you are not making it a constant and a habit in your life. I believe we've all heard of that before. And when you systemize success, you're really making it a lot easier for you to achieve certain things and to make sure that you have allocated time to it in your life. So I personally am working on communication, and that's why I'm here to try and get a chance to practice communication. I hope that I will be able to improve in my communication, and I'll leave it to all of you to attest to that. Thank you.
Do we have time for one more? I'll just fire it up. Do you have? Okay.
If you could have dinner with a successful person, who would that be and why?
Later, I'll write it down here. I'll write down here. I have a better markers. I was 3 years into my career. I was 27. And then something was bugging me. I've been living my life. I felt like it was just for myself. And I needed to do something more than for myself. That's when I started to find out about volunteerism. And I got to know about this organization called Apex Clubs of Singapore. They do food distribution to low income and also senior citizens in some areas in Singapore. when I started sharing this with some of my friends, I'm doing voluntary work and I'm giving out food and grocery items. They went like, huh? Here in Singapore, got people, man, got no food. Yes, there is. And when you step out of that comfort that you have in your life, then you realize that you are in a very, very privileged position. So when I have a chance, if I have a chance to be with someone, I will be with not just one person. I'll be with a group of these senior citizens, so-called families that are not well deserved. So they are fighting for their next food here, right here in Singapore. I'll have dinner with them because when you see them, they don't look forlorn, they don't look lost, they don't look depressed. They have hope in their eyes. They bring happiness to us. It's like, I have everything and here I am complaining. And here we have someone, families who are struggling to make the next meal and they are happy. So to me, that success is how you live your life. And this is what I have learned from them. You can be successful. Whatever the challenges in life, you can still be happy. So I will anytime have dinner with these successful people. Back to you. Table topic.
Let me pass the time back to our Toastmaster of the day.
You have to ask for the timing. Yeah, I'll get the timing there.
We'll get the timing different.
The first 1 minute 12 seconds. And then second is 1 minute 16. 1 minute 16 seconds. Then Alicia
1 minute 60
seconds.
Okay.
Then Alicia is 2 minutes 18 seconds.
2 minutes 18 seconds. Okay.
Santosh is 2 minutes 14 seconds.
2 minutes 14 seconds.
Sanjeev is 2 minutes 23 seconds.
2 minutes 23 seconds.
Then I am 1 minute 16 seconds.
Anushka, is it correct? Just K-A?
H.
K-H-E-N. That's H-E.
S-H-K-A.
Sorry.
S-H-K-A.
S-O-K, yeah. Anusha, sorry, Anushka. S-H-K. S-H-K. K-A, right?
1 minute 16 seconds.
Okay.
Then
Next.
it's 1 minute 10 seconds.
Then what's my third there?
Yes, 2 minutes 20 seconds.
2 minutes?
20 seconds.
Thank you to our table topic master, extraordinary Toastmaster, nurse Sabina, for such a valuable, insightful range of table topics for all of us here. I'm sure you all learned something, right? Are you all feeling hungry? Yeah, before I release you all for refreshment break, I would like you all to vote for the best table topic speaker. And again, everyone qualified, right?
Yeah.
So please vote for the best table topic speaker in order of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Do not vote for the most pretty or the most handsome person.
And I was qualified.
Yes. While waiting for the voting device to be passed around, I would like to call for the refreshment break now. Now the time is 3:44. We'll have a 10-minute break and come back at 3:55 for the third segment of the evaluation, better listening segment. So online, you guys can also go for break.
Okay, so this is the time for us to do networking also.
Welcome back to the third and final segment, the better listening, and which is called project evaluation segment. I hope everyone had a very good break. Excuse me. Now, since we had already better listening, better thinking, now is the better listening segment, where we had 3 speakers who were actively listening to the 3 prepared speakers. I'd like to start with the first evaluator. The first evaluator will be EC3 Sanjivan Balan. Sanjeev Balan is an individual who strives to reach for his own definition of success, especially with the empathy which he learned along his journey of life, that it is also an important skill to develop into an understanding society where everyone supports each other to success. He joined Toastmasters in 2020 with the encouragement of an awesome soul and was appointed to be Vice President of Education the next term and also President the following term. He's trusted to journey along with its success, and in this journey, he has learned leadership, communication, and network with beautiful people. Let us put our hands together to welcome our first evaluator, EC3 Sanjivan Balan.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for listening to me. Oh, I haven't spoken yet, right? Anyway, I'm gonna evaluate this speaker, the Alicia, DTM Alicia, who will speak on the topic of I am who I am. Okay, I'm gonna start with the good points and the points to improve on, and then I'm just going to summarize or conclude the whole evaluation. So first of all, I just want to share with Alicia, you did a good job, good speaking. Your vocal variety was very good. You did there was ups and downs, right? And your gestures, your gestures was good. You did make gesture, and your storyline, your story itself was original because it was your own story. So I think that was good. The ideas was good. So why I'm sharing this is because in the contest speech, you will be evaluating on these criteria. So the originality is one of the things, and I think that is good. And because of that, you also shared strong messages. And one of the message which I highlighted was, don't let others define you. And I think that was a great message, given that your topic or your story you are sharing is about being who you are. And I just want to add also your grammar, your pronunciation was good. And your speech development was also good. The structure of your whole speech, your entire speech was good. And right now, I just want to just touch a bit on the things for improvement. But right here, I have a bit more details on how you can improve because I want you to do a good job during the contest. So your smoothness is something which you want to work on. Your construction of the speech, the development of the speech was good, but maybe it could have been more smoother. So how it can be more smoother is instead of having thinking about it, which can be seen in your eye movements and your facial expression, that you are trying to recall the speech itself, you can actually just be yourself and just share the story without recollecting and share the speech, the story originally smoothly. And another point I noted was the walking itself. So again, because it was very steep, it was very narrow, He didn't really move around and interact with other audience in the room, but mostly he was focusing on the audience which was online. Yeah, and your eye contact didn't really move around much, but was fixated on the camera which was in front of you to the online speaker. I think I understand that he was conscious, but maybe you could have, given your attention also to the others, the rest of us, the poor being who was sitting at the back. Right, okay, and I think your call to action is good. You had a call to action, no, you made us want to repeat this phrase or sentence which is called I am who I am. But and at one point I realized he was looking at me, but I was oh, should I repeat? Oh, by the time I repeat, everyone repeat already. Oh yeah. So
You got to stop.
yeah.
No, you have to stop and balance.
Okay, I mean, these are good points. I actually want to see you improve. So I'll share with you later.
This is something that you stop talking, right? So you don't continue and then you stop later. Okay, later you share. Okay, yeah, Najib? Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Tanji, for delivering the evaluation for the first speaker, Alicia Chia. Let me invite the next evaluator. The next evaluator will be Toastmaster Subramanian Sumathya, DL5. She will be evaluating Toastmaster Zafar Wong's speech. Let me introduce the evaluator. Toastmaster Subramanian Sumathya, DL5, was an engineering college professor for 10 years. After getting married, she moved to Singapore and driven by her thirst for knowledge. She sought out ways to connect with intellectuals and eventually discovered the Toastmaster Club. Wow. Last year, she started her own recruitment company, and now she's exploring opportunities to network and grow her business. So let us put our hands together to welcome Toastmaster Subramanian Sumathya, DL5.
I'm going to evaluate the speech of Zafar Wong on the topic of guilt discipline. Actually, despite being young, the speaker presents with a remarkable maturity. That's the first thing I like. Topics like meditations, life balance, and the relationship building show deep insight. It's encouraging to see young minds with such a positive and goal-oriented mindset. The speaker emphasized focusing on one task at a time, career development, and setting life goals. The speech is well structured, precise, and easy to follow. Eye contact, strong and confident eye engagement enhances connection into the audience. The speech remains engaging and aligns well with its intended message. The objectives are clear, relevant, and effectively communicated. Areas for improvement. Adding more variation in tone and pitch could make the speech more dynamic. A more natural and expressive flow would enhance the overall impact. Making better use of the available space while speaking will create a more engaging and dynamic delivery. So recommendations: continue leveraging strengths in clarity, eye contact, and speech purpose. Practical vocal modulation and gestures for better engagement. Work on relaxation techniques to enhance confidence and easy. Move purposefully on stage to add emphasis and connect better with the audience. Conclusion: this was an engaging and well-structured presentation. Minor refinements in vocal delivery, gestures, confidence, and stage presence will further enhance effectiveness.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sumathya. for that comprehensive evaluation, so much tips for our Toastmaster Zafran, so that he can continue and learn and go to the next level. Thank you so much. Now let us have the last evaluator, which is Toastmaster Santos. Before he comes up, let me introduce Toastmaster Santos. Toastmaster Santos Roth is a technical entrepreneur who joined Whampoa Toastmaster Club about 1.5 years ago. He joined it in order to hone his public speaking and leadership skills. So let us now invite Toastmaster Santos over to the stage to evaluate our last speaker, Toastmaster Winnie Pham. Over to you.
I'm evaluating Winnie for the international speech contest. First of all, I'd like to congratulate you, Winnie, for making it to the next level of international speech contest. The topic is I am the best. The topic she covered is a story of a personal story which covers a failure, then encouragement from a teacher, and then success. Then again, self-doubt, self-assuredness, and success again. In my opinion, it's a roller coaster ride. And I would like to say that, Winnie, you have done a very good job in organizing the topic in a very structured manner, where you have covered the first section, where you had failure, then how you overcame and made it a success. Then again, when you had self-doubt, you went back to the previous encouragement from your teacher, and then you had success again. When I said roller coaster, I might as well say that it could be a little more bumpy. I found it a little more smooth. So if you could make it a little more bumpy, that would make it more interesting for the audience to engage with. Your gestures were quite open. Your body language was good. You were confident on the stage. But if you could add a little bit of more emotions to your speech, then that when you say, I was sad, the sadness doesn't reflect on your face. Okay, you are very cheerful, you're happy, but can the sadness, can you show a little bit of sadness in your face when you, express those emotions? When you say, I had that self-doubt, can it be a little more visible on your face? So these are some of the ingredients that you can add to your speech to make it more interesting and engaging for the audience. And because it's an international speech contest, my suggestion is to make it a little bit more, as I said earlier, bumpy, or because it's a roller coaster ride, can you make it a little bit more, bumpy in your, speech? And as you said, you are the best, but if you can implement or add some of these ingredients, you can be even better. Over to you.
That was a very good evaluation. I hope our Toastmaster Winnie Pham can pick it up and improve her speech to the next level. Right, let us ask our timer, Toastmaster Anushka, to share with us the confirmation of the times. Over to you.
Sandeep is 3 minutes 34 seconds. Timothy is 2 minutes 1 second. Santosh is 3 minutes 20 seconds.
So everyone qualified, right? No. Okay,
4 seconds, I think.
4 seconds, I think let us, president here is very generous, I will let him have, be voted. Okay, because I think he did a very good evaluation as well, right?
Okay, so the first is Sanjeev, second one is
Second
Suji,
is Swati and third is
third is
Santos. So vote according to who did the best delivery. And obviously don't vote for the most handsome or most pretty speaker. While waiting for us to tabulate the winners, perhaps we can get feedback on.
You wanna share? Okay, you wanna share why we have most points, the voting?
Okay, right. For those who are first time attending our Toastmaster meeting, this is the part where we will count, if you notice in the program sheet, we announce the winners. Okay, the reason why we have this voting and someone wins is because in the spirit of competition, there's got to be a winner so that everybody has a chance to perform, whether you are performing in prepared speech or table topic or evaluation. It's a mini contest. So with every chapter meeting, in these 3 segments, we will always vote for the best speaker according to popular, how should I put it? Popular vote. So everyone has their own criteria in voting for the best speaker. But of course, eventually, if you guys join a real contest like what we'll be going for, there'll be proper judges that judge according to the judging criteria. Here you are your own judge. But that's all right because everyone has a chance to win. And even if you don't win, you know that you had a chance to perform and you did your best. So every time, whenever I have a chance to perform here, I will also learn. I may not win all the time, I may win once in a while, you know, there are some people who win a lot, but you always learn something because public speaking is something like communication in front of audience. So you need to practice. And as you practice in every chance, whether it's prepared speech, impromptu speech, or evaluation, it's an opportunity for you to communicate your message to your audience. And you can relate it to your workplace, your home, your relationship. So it helps in better communication and better relationship, which is very important. Okay, now we have finalized. We will. Do you all want to know who are the winners?
Yes.
So weak.
You guys get the answer to see it.
Now, the best speaker, let's have a drum roll.
Okay, let me do the announcing, yeah? Okay, so we had 3 best prepared speeches this afternoon. We had Alicia Chia, we had Zephyr, as well as Winnie Pham. Okay, so based on these 3, based on your votes, the best prepared speech goes to Alicia Chia. Round of applause. Who's the photographer? Okay. Okay.
Next up is the best paper topic speaker. Drum roll, please. Okay, the best paper topic speaker is Toastmaster Zafar. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not going to present myself. Okay, I mean, like, thanks for the vote. I just also wanted to share how table topics are done. Okay, sharing personal stories and how you can think on the page. But I think today we had a lot of speakers, a lot of experienced speakers. Okay, and among them, we had someone who came up here and did a wonderful job. Again, I think we should give this ribbon to that person. So can we invite the next best speaker? She really did well. Anushka, let's give her a round of applause. It's also based on your popular vote. Well done. Okay. Get it from the president. You take them first. Okay, and I'm going. Okay.
We must develop youngsters from the start.
Oh, you take them. So next we had the evaluation. There were also 3 evaluators. We started off with Sanjeev Balan, then we had Sumali, and then Santosh. And the best evaluator based on really popular demand here is Santosh. We also like to recognize members or guests who comes up here and takes the courage to come up to the front and to deliver a speech. Today we had a guest who did that. When we mentioned that, okay, go give it a try, she didn't think twice, I'll go and do it. So can we give a big round of applause to our next speaker guest? She gets the icebreaker speech ribbon, Nat. Okay, we also have one more ribbon to give away, a very special ribbon. Very special. We only get it this year because we are celebrating 100 years of Toastmasters. It's really a huge milestone. Just imagine 100 years ago, someone thought of we need to have a movement called Toastmasters way back in US, and it has spread all over the world. Okay, as we are celebrating 100 years, we are so happy to have this person to join us in Whampoa Toastmasters Club and also to present this ribbon from our president. Can we invite our guest, Gina? Thank you for joining and I hope you can more often to join us.
Thank you.
President, distinguished Toastmaster Alicia Chia to deliver us the closing address. Round of applause.
Thank you, everyone, to members and guests. I really appreciate that everyone has taken their Saturday afternoon to attend our chapter meeting. You could have done something else, right? But why did you come? Because there's so much personal development to be done here. In fact, today, I feel like a new young member. Because I listened to 3 speeches, including myself, but especially like the second speaker and the third speaker, they were all focused on personal development. So I kind of got a bit revigorated, okay? Because there's so many lessons to learn, okay? But sometimes you can't learn from your own. And the next best way is to learn from other people as well. And that is a very good thing. So we had a lot of tips and techniques and a lot of encouraging stories that you can learn from. I like that I heard from Zafran say that you can use an app, because now these days we have so much technology. The app can use to set up your habits, and you learn, and how you feel you learn best is all up to you. There's no one set way to do it. Okay, you do it that blends with yourself. Okay? And I also like the last speaker, Toastmaster Winnie Fang. She said, "You are the best." And so maybe one fine day you receive a mirror from me as a birthday present, because you need to look at the mirror and always tell yourself you're the best. Then it will become a positive affirmation, which is very good. I also learned that. Okay. And so I feel that today's theme is very apt, and I hope that everyone picks up tips and techniques and get yourself invigorated and inspired to have a good weekend. And March is a time when you march ahead with your goals that you set. So with that, before I end,
Yeah, going to get some feedback.
yes, that was what I was going to say right in mind. I'd like to get some feedback from our members and guests on our chapter meeting. So maybe we can get Nat, would you like to give us some comments?
I like that you do much with this. What's with it? Yeah.
Oh, we have plenty of
Okay,
evidence.
and it's a very encouraging, I think, atmosphere. To see really young folks like Anushka and taking the stage and developing themselves, and I see a lot of potential. I think it's very encouraging for not so young people like me. Yeah.
Everybody's young at heart, but now is the time to get our youngsters to start. Don't wait until they get old as me, a bit late, but it's still never too late. Because everybody has a different path to take, right? Thank you so much for the feedback. How about Gina? Do you have any feedback for us?
Yeah, I don't think it's a very good environment for people to speak, and also during the networking session, I feel positive feedback from me, from other people, so it's really encouraging environment, I like it.
Good, thank you. So this is for me, Toastmasters is a very excellent environment where it's not extremely high cost. The only cost you need to put in will be your time and effort, right? Everything needs to have effort put in, otherwise there's no result. So thank you very much for coming and developing yourself, giving yourself a chance to improve, because any improvement, you are the one to benefit, okay? Not me, but yourself. So keep marching on in this month and more months to go for the year ahead. And we hope that you can achieve whatever you set out to achieve. Always like what our very new Zafan Toastmaster said. Did I say it or did he say it?
What did they say?
Yeah.
You're very
Well,
good
that's
for you.
it. Every small step, right? Break up your goals to smaller steps. I think I also said it. So everyone said similar things. And
Today is all about unlocking the.
yeah, unlocking your potential. So do not underestimate yourself because you are who you are meant to be. So give yourself a chance and opportunity to improve yourself, and it's all yours to be. So with that, I'd like to hand over to
No,
Safa.
I just want to
Yeah,
add on
Safa would
before
like to add
the,
something.
before the president close with a hammer and nail. Okay, just want to make a special comment to Anushka for taking the timer's role. Oh, thanks to Sumati. Right, Anushka is not a member yet because you need to be at least 18 years old before you become a member. Okay, yeah, that's right. She's not even a member officially. The mother is there.
18 years old.
Then
Sorry,
you are 17. Since you're 17, we close one eye and not bring you in.
I appreciate it.
Okay, but for Anushka, now I mean like she was willing and ready. Right, one of the member, the mother is a member. She said, "I take up the timer's role." She said, "No, I know how to do," and with very simple instruction, I think she did a wonderful job. I think she deserves a round of applause. Even though this is my daughter, but of course she's a Toastmaster. While you're having the discussion, I told her, like, check with the VPE whether anyone is doing the table topics as a table topics master. Then she was telling me that, "Oh, no, I'm supposed to be doing this like 2 months later, right, as part of the plan." I said, "Yeah, you can do it 2 months later. Are you willing to do this month?" And I mean, like, similarly, it's very encouraging, when they say yes instead of saying no. Right? Just like yourself, she also said yes, and then she started doing the preparation, got the team from the VPE. So we had a team. Based on that, she did some research, she shared with me, and also coming up here and being the table topics master for the first time. Right? How was the experience? Okay, good. Let's give her a round of applause. Okay, so not to take the president, but I mean, like, I just wanted to make sure that everyone is well recognized. I mean, like, you just want to make sure that it's a place where you come, you feel relaxed, and you don't feel any added pressure, because coming up here could be a pressure for us. Okay, but when we feel comfortable, right, I'm okay, I can make mistakes. These people are not going to judge me, they're not going to laugh at me. Okay, if anything, they're going to give me some pointers for me to get better. So that's how Whampoa Toastmasters has been. Right? We are not reaching our 20 years of existence. So that itself speaks a lot of volumes that we really encourage our members soon to become a member. Okay, and I have personally promised Zephan that he will be taking part in the contest and he will be a winner for Whampoa. Okay, all right. Thank you. Back to you. Thank you. Back to you, President.
I'd like to also congratulate these two youngsters who have stepped out of their comfort zone, and even our new member also putting effort into his prepared speech. It takes courage to step out of your comfort zone. Okay, don't fear, because fear is quite killing. So just try it. You stumble, you fall, you can pick yourself up, no issue. Okay, the most you bleed only.
That's speaking from Alicia's
Yeah,
point.
I've fallen
Always falling.
many times.
Always falling
Until
down.
my sister said, "You fall again." I said, "Oh, I know why I fall, right?" Okay, anyway, besides that, we'd like to invite everybody out to take a photograph, and good things have to come to an end. So have a safe journey back. Thank you, everyone.